Love is a strange thing. It comes into our lives like a beautiful dream, filling our hearts with warmth, hope, and endless possibilities. But sometimes, no matter how deeply we love someone, no matter how much we wish for a future with them, life has other plans. This is my story. The story of my first love. The man who changed my world forever, but whom I could never call my life partner. I still remember the first time I saw him. It was a crisp autumn afternoon, the kind where the air smells like falling leaves and nostalgia. I was sitting on a park bench, lost in a book, when he walked by, his laughter echoing through the air. Something about him caught my attention. Maybe it was the way he smiled, the way his eyes sparkled with an untamed joy, or the way he carried himself with effortless confidence. I didn't know it then, but that moment would change my life forever. Days passed, and by some twist of fate, we ended up in the same college. Our paths crossed more often, and soon we became friends. He had this way of making everything feel magical. Late night conversations under the stars, endless debates over the best movies, and stolen moments filled with laughter. He was the kind of person who made you believe in the beauty of the world, who made you feel seen, heard, and understood. At first, I thought it was just friendship. But love has a way of creeping into your soul without you realizing it. It was in the little things, the way my heart skipped a beat when he called my name, the way I caught myself searching for him in a crowded room, the way my world felt incomplete on the days I didn't see him. I was falling, deeply, uncontrollably, helplessly. But I never told him. I was terrified. What if I ruined everything? What if he didn't feel the same way? What if I lost him completely? So I buried my feelings deep inside, convincing myself that our friendship was enough, that just having him in my life, in any form, was better than risking it all. One night, as we sat on the rooftop of his apartment, watching the city lights flicker like fallen stars, I almost told him. My heart pounded in my chest as I turned to him, ready to say the words that had been suffocating me for so long. But before I could speak, he did. "I met someone," he said, his voice filled with excitement. "She's incredible. I think she might be the one." I felt the world collapse beneath me. The air was knocked out of my lungs, and for a moment I thought I might shatter into a million pieces. But I smiled. I nodded. I listened as he talked about her, about how she made him laugh, how she understood him in ways no one else did, how he saw a future with her. And just like that, my dream ended before it even had a chance to begin. I wanted to hate her. I wanted to resent the universe for giving him to someone else. But how could I? He was happy. And wasn't that all I ever wanted? So, I stood by his side, playing the role of the supportive best friend, swallowing my pain with every smile, every word of encouragement. I watched as he fell deeper in love, as he built a life with her, a life that was supposed to be mine. I remember the day he got engaged. I locked myself in my room and cried for hours, mourning the love I never had the courage to claim. And yet, when he called me, his voice filled with joy, I wiped my tears and told him how happy I was for him. The wedding was beautiful. I stood among the guests, watching as he exchanged vows with the woman he chose. My heart ached with every word he spoke, with every promise he made to her. I wondered if he ever saw me that way, if in some alternate reality, he was standing there with me instead. But in this life, in this reality, I was just a friend. After the wedding, things changed. We talked less. The late night calls became rare. The deep conversations that once felt like our own little world faded into polite check-ins. He had a new life now, a new family, and I didn't fit into that picture the way I once did. Years passed, and one day, I got a call from him. His voice was softer, tinged with something I couldn't quite place. "I miss you," he said. For a fleeting moment, I let myself imagine a different reality. A world where I had been brave enough to tell him how I felt, where he had chosen me, where our love story had a different ending. But life doesn't give us rewrites. So I smiled and said, I miss you too. And with that, I let him go. Not because I stopped loving him, but because sometimes love means choosing someone else's happiness over your own. They say, first love never truly fades. It lingers like an old song playing in the background of your life, like a whisper in the wind that only you can hear. I never got him as my life partner, but he was, and always will be, the greatest love of my life. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough.